Hello ladies and gents, Bushman here and welcome back to my channel, and today we'll be showcasing the strong solo base stress test from my previous video. If you haven't seen the previous video of the build, you will find it coming up now in the top right corner, so go ahead and watch that first. Just quickly, I would just like to say I'm very humbled by the response from the first video and would like to personally thank and welcome everyone who has recently subscribed. As a new YouTuber, it means a lot and has given me a massive motivational boost to bring you high quality content and regular videos. I'm still learning a lot as I go along, so any feedback or criticisms are more than welcome. That being said, ladies and gents, let's not beat about the bush and jump straight into it. Let me give you a quick rundown of events of what led to this raid. I was just out casually walking my Femke named Fenton when this happened.
Right, Fenton! Oh, Jesus Christ! Fenton!
He got spooked by something and he ran off over a nearby hill.
Fenton! Fenton! Oh, Jesus.
After chasing after him and getting to the top of the hill, I see two separate clans on top of my walker, and I was greeted with a hearty sword to the face.
Stop blowing holes in my ship!
One eternity later.
Anyway, they took about an hour. Seriously, one whole hour to break open my cargo hold and deploy the base, and became suddenly confused as this was no ordinary base. The zergs are used to picking on new solo players with easy raid bases. This is why it's a huge mistake making an open floor plan base. After scratching their heads for a while, they decided to go in through one of the Dropbox rooms as I said they would in the first video.
Rack it up, I got a bit of the bank to make me a safe house.
I managed to get in the base and spend little materials I had on what I could. As you can see, I'm currently in the main loot room and don't have much. It's very important to get a bed filled with water for respawns and a weapon and armor box for defense, but unfortunately I hadn't got that far, so I had to keep running back every time I got killed. As you can hear, they are using a repeater turret to break down the wall into one of the Dropbox rooms. So the time I'm spending here is trying to figure out how I can make this as hard as possible for them. I tried to use the deconstruct mode to see if I could demolish the wall into the next room, as I knew there was a few weapons in there which may have given me a fighting chance, but it shares the timer with building, so you cannot deconstruct or build for 5 minutes after the base has stopped being attacked. I tried to make a run for the next door with some valuables so I could jump up to the second floor and keep moving loot around in case they ran out of ammunition. This is the wavelength you always need to be thinking about when getting raided. How can I outsmart these fools? How can I move stuff around to stop them getting it? Always waiting for opportunities to stay one step ahead of them. Never just roll over and let them raid the full base without a fight.
You can save us some time and maybe we leave you some loot.
Little does he know there is literally nothing in the base. 100 bone frags, 22 earth wax and nearly 100 leather was probably the most valuable items they got out of this raid, and let me tell you, they would have spent a lot more on ammunition alone. So not only did they waste a lot of time, but a lot of resources and durability. I'm now looking for an opportunity to get to the second floor, which would normally be to protect the sealed drop-in loot rooms. After breaking the first room, they noticed the medium box which had nothing in it and started to break in. I could have easily moved my items into other boxes if there was anything in it. So always keep that in mind, don't give up even if it seems helpless. There are plenty of things you can do to try and save your stuff. While they are smashing open the empty medium box, the repeater starts firing on the upper floor. This is a panel they didn't really need to destroy, but maybe they were that desperate to get me out the base. My crafting stations were empty and I could easily escape the repeater into one of the loot rooms. After they discovered another empty box, one of them spontaneously started shouting sorry, but it didn't stop there. Now I'm stuck in one of the drop-in rooms, so now I'm thinking about an escape into the airlock with my items at the front door when the opportunity presents itself. So keeping a close eye on the two guys guarding the door, I spot an opportunity and get killed again. I get back in the airlock and decide to try and troll them even further. I managed to entice a player in with me and I was able to shut the door behind me.
Built a good maze, man.
I get killed again and I manage to do exactly the same thing with another player in the other front door in the main loot room. There are now two players trapped in the base. They could have just suicided and got a teammate to take their belongings that spawn on the roof, but instead they waste more ammunition in breaking the first player out. The base has completely depleted them of ammunition and they have to bring in another walker with a logging saw to break the second player out of the base. So that's pretty much the end of the raid, which took a grand total of over 3 hours, and to be honest, it was quite a waste of time even on my end, but I really wanted to see how strong this base was. Let me tell you though, ladies and gents, if every solo player or small groups start making bases like this one, there'll be a lot less ganking going on, as zergs will not waste their time. Unless they are the Desert Wolves or Torraxians, of course. If there's any honourable zerg out there that wants to help clear this plague from our lands, you're more than welcome to do so. We're currently on Barren Valley, which is the medium map, and Sacred Range, which is the hard map just next to it, so you'll see them kicking about ganking solos. I'm led to believe that Torraxians have about 300 members, and they're allied with another mega clan, the Desert Wolves, at over 200 members. I hope the developers take note of this, two mega clans working together, as it really kills the fun for solos and small groups. I would like to add that the loot spawning on the roof, if dropped inside the base, is one of the most ridiculous mechanics I've ever seen, as solo players will never be able to build trap bases to counter these basement dweller zergs, but maybe it's something the devs could look into. I'm not saying all zergs are this toxic, and I would also like to say 95% of my experience so far in this game has been overwhelmingly positive. This clip has been a rare occurrence for me, but I know a lot of you out there do get this all the time. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Would you like to see a change in the clan system? Maybe reduce numbers, bans for two mega clans working together in this way? I think 50 members max personally. I mean, that is more than enough to have huge PvP battles. The servers, at my guess, only hold about 150 people anyway, so what's happening is that the overflow of zergs are moving onto the medium areas until the hard maps quiet down. I don't know, ladies and gents, all I know is something will have to change in my opinion, as it isn't very solo friendly at the moment, although there is plenty of fun still to be had if you find the right map. It just may take a bit of time to find it. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to smash the thumbs up button, and if you're new here, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching, ladies and gents, and I'll see you on the next one.